Hi there, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Lorraine and I'm starting a little cooking channel of my own here. I'm going to call myself the Dead Chicken Cooking Channel, and it's going to have the initials DCCC. And I'm just going to show everybody how I do just basic everyday foods that I cook for my family. And I enjoy cooking a lot, and I've been doing it for a number of years, and I will be having my grandson Nash helping me with this. He's going to do quite a bit of the filming, and he's going to do the odd little bit of baking, etc. So we're going to just do a whole bunch of different things today. I'm going to show you how I make my meatloaf, which I've been making this way for years and years, and I've tried other ways, but this is my most enjoyed one. I think everybody likes this one, so I'm just going to show you how I do that. All the ingredients that I put in my simple meatloaf: 1 egg. I just started off like this. A little bit of mustard. I don't really measure, but it looks like it would be, if you were going to measure, that would be about a tablespoon. And some ketchup. Again, I don't measure, but you can see how much I put in there. It'll be about 2 tablespoons. And some evaporated milk.
Or canned milk.
And I'm going to get the Worcestershire sauce out of the fridge. I forgot that.
Some of that.
I'll put a little of this in too. Like that's good. I just do everything. I don't measure it because I've been doing it so much. I know what I want. And this is one of my favorite spices. It's celery seeds. I put a little of that in. It could probably be about a teaspoon. A little bit of this Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. As you can see, I just kind of throw it in there. I don't really measure. I know when I have what I want. This is basil, dried basil. And a little bit of parsley flakes. These are all the spices I generally add to it. And last but not least, Garlic Plus by Clubhouse, which I picked up at Costco. There we go. And I already pre-chopped these onions to go in here as well.
And you want them to be in about the same size as we cut them.
And that would be about 1/4 cup of chopped onions, I'd say, just looking at it.
And we stir it in with a fork.
And get it all mixed together like that. And then at this time of the year, I grow some herbs out in my yard, so I got a little bit of cilantro and some variegated basil, which I'm going to cut up and put in here. It just adds a little extra flavor. I do this with anything to do with hamburger normally, like if I'm making lasagna or a spaghetti sauce, I will add this to it. Just gives it a little bit of extra flavor and makes it just a little bit tastier.
And when we make, we're also going to have a video on making spaghetti, but that's not going to be for a while until we have spaghetti.
And this one right here, I have to be careful not to cut the gloves, is oregano.
And always make sure to wear gloves with this for bacteria reasons.
Okay, now I'm just going to add the hamburger to this. I usually try to use lean ground beef. I think this one's supposed to be. It doesn't look all that lean to me, but let me see what the label says. Yeah, it says lean ground beef on it, but kind of looks more like regular ground beef to me. Okay, that's all broken up. Pam cooking spray on my little glass loaf pan. Really good for you is I always have a big container full of oatmeal, And I usually add, this is 1/3 cup, and I just add that to it to give it a little bit more nutrition, and it just fills it up a little bit more because there's not that much meat. And then I just mix it up again till all that's combined. And this is usually cooked in a 350-degree oven, and you can usually tell when it's done just by looking at the top of it. It will be all nicely browned. But I'd say that takes about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how you like it. I like it really well done, so I put it in a little bit longer than most people would. And then basically what I always do is I let it cook, and then when it's almost time for supper and all the vegetables are cooking and everything, I take it and I slice some pieces of cheese and put it across the top of the meatloaf to let it melt onto the meatloaf, and that way we have a nice cheesy meatloaf. And see how I put that in? By the way, I usually always wear gloves when I'm cooking. I know it's kind of abnormal when you're just cooking at home, but I cooked for 9 years in a commercial kitchen, and I got into the habit of using the gloves, so I like to use them even at home. And I just heard the beeper go off to say my oven was ready. So that's everything for today. This is just how you make a family-style meatloaf at home. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll be interested enough to subscribe to my channel. And like and subscribe. This is my first video, so you have to bear with me. I might get better as time goes on. Thank you very much for watching.
Bye-bye.